ladies or girls were looking for HR domain, that they will specialize in that. I was one among those. Managers should not expect people to write during weekend. It should be completely your time off. You should not even be recalling yourself as such and such person. You are just pure Reema during your weekend. Taboo subjects which are not being talked about. So again, normalizing that thing as well, that mental well-being is a very common thing. We don't shy away from using Google Map. For me, that's a mentor. If I need to go somewhere, do women have aspiration, clear objectives?
Right.
If they have,
Can you predict a few of the skills, or I would say few of the things which would be needed in the future workplace culture?
I'm very competitive and I compete with myself.
Okay.
I always see, for me, I have a name, the Reema who was in January 2025. Am I still the same Reema? If I am, why? Why I'm not competing with myself?
Which is entirely new, or I would say a green field for you. To redesign the entire HR system, what you would like to keep and what is the thing which you would like to throw away?
Do not fear being called as, oh, she's harsh, she's firm. Maybe people should fear you. Once you enter the room, they should fear you. Okay, this person has come, they might challenge my work. Get the work done through people. And the impact, the basic part that they were creating, the whip film in everything. What's in it for me? Why should I do this work?
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of HerTalks. Thank you so much for showing all the love and support. I know it is not easy for so many females coming here and sharing their stories, but just because of you guys supporting us, this all is happening. Thank you so much. So, we have another guest with us today, Reema Akthar. Let's all welcome Reema Akthar. Hi, Reema. Welcome to our show, HerTalks.
Hi, Priyanka. Thank you for having me here.
Reema, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I like being introduced or calling myself as a business leader who has grown and seen life from different lenses. Right, I started being a science student, then graduated to HR, and then in HR also at least 15 to 18 years of HR experience. Then I started gradually migrating to core business functions of project management. Apart from that, I still have my identity as being a mother to two cute boys and a wife. Also, somebody who would be identified as a person who is helping women at each and every step.
That's wonderful. So, 18 years, it's quite a long time. So, what really brings you to this domain of human resource? And how do you think that what was the purpose which evolved over the time? And how do you personally define impact as a part of the HR in your journey?
Okay. So, when I was into this business administration college, in the first semester itself, everybody was attracted towards marketing and finance, and very few ladies or girls were looking for HR domain, that they will specialize in that. I was one among those. But what we were also learning during those 2 years of MBA time, that there were people from different sets of life, from different background. They all had come together and they were working together, delivering assignments, learning together. So the people management, which was a very difficult part, how to have inclusion, how to understand different students, that was becoming a challenge, and no fan following there. So I got attracted in that domain, that there could be something, the science and art of it, how to handle and get the work done through people. So let me opt for HR. That's how I ended up in HR. And the impact, what I see, that even in MBA we learn so many things as theory, but we what we do every day during college time, like supporting each other during their personal tragedies also, because MBA is a microcosm of real world or corporate life. Every day what we do there is also a glimpse of corporate life. So we were learning the tools and approaches of HR there. And when I started work in an MNC after MBA, I saw that there is a defined methodology of how to help and get the work done through people. And the impact, the basic part that they were creating the whip film in everything. What's in it for me?
Mhm.
Why should I do this work? So once I understood and learned that, I instantly got attracted and started thinking that my career is going to be in HR.
Okay. I know that you are deeply involved with the DEI. So, what is that really means to you, and like beyond the cultural politics or maybe the checkbox, which generally happens in the organizations?
Yeah. Again, DEI, Priyanka, I think it's nice packaging to a classic gift. It is still the same product, but that required some packaging, some marketing. We all would have experienced DEI in our life, right from student, college, till community
Mhm.
time. Like if you remember, sometimes in your fourth or fifth grade, you would have seen a student coming in between the curriculum
Hmm.
and the teacher introducing the new student to be part of the new groups, play groups, and we all would come forward to support that kid, show assignments and help. Similarly, we all would have seen in our neighborhood a new neighbor coming and our mothers would be helping them settle down. So
Mhm.
those were the few organically DEI happening in the society. But when it comes to corporate world, it doesn't happen organically there. It
Hmm.
needs some intervention and initiatives. And that's how I see that a corporate world is a place where different people with different mindsets come together. So unless until you do not have certain written enforcement of policies and practices of inclusion, of equity and diversity, things will not happen. And it all requires top management support. If they are not endorsing that concept, few HRs may try to bring in, but it
Mhm.
might fail.
Okay. Uh, so let's now talk about neurodiversity and mental health, which you really promote a lot. So how do you think like organizations can actually incorporate those things into their daily system where it will not feel like just the outsider or maybe something which they are actually putting in extra effort to bring into the system?
Is a very good concept, Priyanka. And it's important today for neurodiversity and mental well being to talk about because today the organizations are a hybrid of remote, office, and metaverse as well.
Hmm.
Plus, five different generations are working together who all have different experience and different requirement or purpose to come to work. So if the organization or HRs are not having some initiatives to help bring people into this mindset of mental well-being, it will not happen. But we don't have to bring some robotic or
Hmm.
robotic science or something like very high coins or terminologies, just a simple one, creating and respecting boundaries. When I
Hmm.
say boundaries, in terms of time, in terms of culture, in terms of work, normalizing a situation that after office hours, there should not be any calls or emails. Managers should not expect people to write during weekend. It should be completely your time off. You should not even be recalling yourself as such and such person. You are just pure Rima during your weekend. But when it comes to office, deliver your work within that office
Right.
business hours. That's how I think this mental well-being. And then sometimes there are these taboo subjects which are not being talked about.
Hmm.
So again, normalizing that thing as well, that mental well-being is a very common thing, should be a normal thing to talk about. If somebody is struggling with, provide some platforms where people, like employee assistant program, people can talk with full confidentiality to an expert how to deal with certain situations, how to deal with different people within the organization. These are the few steps if HR or the influential people in the organization will bring into their daily lives, it will be a very happy place to work, be it within office or outside office or even in metaverse.
That's wonderful. Rima, you got selected as one of the, or I would say you have been awarded as one of the GCC's top HR leader. So, what was the feeling all about? And what do you think? Like, do you really think that mentorship played an important role in that journey?
Yes, thank you so much for this award. Mentorship, for me, how I have always taken or understood is you need building blocks in your career. So in those, to lay down those building blocks, you need glue.
Right.
So I consider mentorship as though that you can only build up your career profile with proper glue, which is required to have a high structure.
Hmm.
And mentorship, again, it doesn't come organically. You need to seek out to few people who have already lived that situation, or who would know how to steer through that
Hmm.
particular task that you are struggling with. Also, I can give one more analogy which I have in my head for mentorship. We all use Google Map.
Right.
We don't shy away from using Google Map.
Hmm.
For me, that's a mentor. If I need to go somewhere tomorrow at 11 a.m., I will check the hours, how long will it take, the traffic, which route can I take. So for me, that Google Map at that time was working as a mentor to me. How I will drive is my own skill, but I need a person to guide me.
Hmm.
Same, like if I'm stuck, I will open Google Map that which other areas I can take. So as simple as that, if we will consider that mentorship should be part of our daily lives,
Mm-hmm.
it will definitely make our lives very easy. Plus, in today's AI time, there are AI coaches available. So many apps are there which is giving such and such opportunity for you to use. If we are not using, we are missing out on something
Mm-hmm.
heavily.
Mm-hmm. Rima, as a decorated women in HR, women in industry, and as well as in academia, what do you think? What are the hurdles and the setbacks women generally face at the leadership position? I know the smile says a lot.
Um, there are many, but I'll start with the first one, with women itself.
Hmm.
First and foremost, do women have aspiration, clear objectives?
Right.
If they have, it's good. If they don't have, then corporate life will just happen to them.
Hmm.
They'll go to work, they'll earn salary, and they will retire. But there are those people who have clear objectives. So if that's missing, you cannot say that I was not being promoted.
Hmm.
Do you have certain things in your head or not? Secondly, the missing of mentors and advocates in your life. You need proper mentor to guide you through difficult times. You also need proper advocates within the organization who would pronounce your name when few certain challenging situations are being discussed about. Will they take your name? Will they
Hmm.
advise your name or not? Finally, still, it's a male dominated society. We all know. But having a very strong opinion among women is
Hmm.
important. So, what I feel, it all starts from women. Half of the journey is done if we are strong and opinionated and we know where we want to go. We
Hmm.
just need Google Map.
Oh, so aptly mentioned actually. So, do you think that there are certain skills which women or anyone
Mm.
they really wants to they should work upon that which were not actually in used 10 years ago?
Not only 10 years ago, still, I think we are not realizing the need of understanding business. I might be playing certain role in my organization, but do I understand proper business, the
Hmm.
inflow and outflow of money, business acumen? Still, HRs are not very much focused on understanding the entire business cycle, be it women or be it men. If we are not understanding business intelligence, we are missing out. Second thing, emotional intelligence. We talk a lot about emotional intelligence, but it is actually a challenge where a lot of people within the organization, they don't have a connect between heart and mind.
Hmm.
If they have proper connection, then definitely they will move through this. So emotional intelligence, business acumen, and lastly, I think of I've I know a few of HRs who are still shying away learning data analytics.
Right.
We generally don't like data. Like, we work
Hmm.
with people, why we need data? No, all these are required,
Hmm.
and it will not go like out of fashion even after 10 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right, actually. Uh, can you predict a few of the skills, or I would say, few of the things which would be needed in the future workplace culture?
Empathy,
Hmm.
compassion, because we are progressing exponentially towards AI and machine learning, but we will still be human.
Hmm.
And if we will not know how to deal with human sentiments, human their mindset, their emotions, we will not win the race, because a machine will always perform in similar way even after 10,000 hours. but a human being will not work in similar manner even next hour. There's no guarantee. So if you know when and how this person is feeling, why he or she is feeling in this way, and how I can intervene to support this person, I think that's the only thing that will work.
Okay. Rima, would you like to share any one habit of yours which actually keeps you motivating, like being a mom, being a working woman, heading an HR department as well? I know it's a lot of challenges we females face every day. Anything which is there in your mind?
I'm very competitive and I compete with myself.
Okay.
I always see, for me, I have a name, the Reema who was in January 2025. Am I still the same Reema? If I am, why? Why I'm not competing with myself? I don't want to die just like that, that, okay, she was there, she has lived 25 years of her career and then gone. No. What I was known or what skills I had last year versus do I have similar? Do I have at a next higher level or
Hmm.
not? And I need to keep on adding more skills. While doing so, I need to implement those skills. uh, for me, my kids, once I became mother, and for two boys, I became so responsible that whatever I'm doing, they're always looking up to me.
Right.
And I have to at least set minimum benchmark for them, that this is the basic minimum thing that you must achieve because your parents have reached that stage. So even we had some personal challenges, so at that time also I didn't let that happen or impact my career life. So that means I've set an example for them that you will face challenges, but don't give up. So my never say die attitude and my highly competitive spirit. I think these are the two things. You asked for one, but
Hmm.
these two things, two
No,
fuels that's
wonderful. They
driving my
both are
car.
interdependent, actually, I would say, right? So, Rima, if we will give you a blank slate,
Mhm.
which is entirely new, or I would say a green field for you, to redesign the entire HR system, what you would like to keep and what is the thing which you would like to throw away?
My favorite one, my favorite task rather. In fact, in this current organization also I've established HR,
Hmm.
and it was easy for me. That was a clean slate. But if given an opportunity 5 years later I need to do that, few things I'll completely eliminate or delete will be the administrative task of HR that is being considered event management or arranging some coffee or dinner or iftar gathering. No, these are not only for HR. That we can do, but just eliminate it. It can be automated, it can be done through some focus groups. Same payroll management, that's not HR. Once you have set the process, the ball will roll on its own, but you don't have to do every day something about it.
Hmm.
So again, eliminate that. What to keep? Keep the business intelligence in your lenses. Like, do you understand business? Talk about strategies, what the business wants to achieve within this year, next 3 years,
Hmm.
how you can bring certain processes or regulations or policies within the organization, not alone the employee policies, the business policies that will help the CEO or the management to achieve their targets. That should be part of HR. And again, automation, a lot of automation. Like, still, not many people talk about automation or HR digitalization. That's the non-negotiable thing that must be there in the HR that we should have. Finally, talent hunting, not the screening and
Hmm.
that data entry job, but the real talent hunting which can happen outside the office walls.
Right.
We meet people, so we should be given that authority and empowerment to spot talent and see where this person can fit in our organization.
Hmm.
Only these 3 4 things should be part of HR.
Mm. No, I think these are the wonderful advices, and I'm sure the people, those who are listening to this episode, they will definitely going to get some maybe advices from your insights. Okay, is there anything which you would like to share through this platform, the message to the females, those who are watching it?
um, Very important one. Do not fear having opinion. Do not fear being called as, oh, she's harsh, she's firm. Maybe we were given these definition because those terms were not fitting for people
Mm.
the other gender. But do not think that you should be liked by everyone in the organization, then only
Absolutely.
you will be successful. If few people are not liking your policies, your practices, that means you are disrupting that environment. Don't be shy away of that, and never show your weak side or tears. Though tears are there for human being, not only for female, but tears should not be shown anywhere outside your washroom. No, people should
Mm-hmm.
not see that side. People should fear you. Once you enter the room, they should fear you. Okay, this person has come, they might challenge my work. Develop yourself to such extent.
Okay. But we hear a lot about showing your emotional part as well. I mean, like the leader should also be vulnerable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show your vulnerability. Be very open to say that I don't know. Can you teach me how? But if you will bring tears, that's what I mean here. Because we are being stereotyped. Oh, now they will show their tears, they will show their weak
Yeah.
side, and we had to give in. No. Still
That
be
females are
firm.
emotional and all.
Yes.
Okay.
And do not shy away saying that, no, I did not know anything. And please tell me, yes, I don't understand numbers. If you will tell me, I will learn. And yeah, I need help. I am not a superwoman. So sometimes we also try to be superwoman. It's completely okay to fail. So another side, again, do not fear failing, because it's required. If you will keep on getting success, you might develop ego, which is
Mm-hmm.
not good. You need to fail at certain time to pause and see what did you do wrong, and learn from younger people, which
Right.
I do a lot, even from your kids or the Gen Zs in your organization, because they have come with a different power. They have come with different skills. Sometimes we don't learn from them. So the if you will show this vulnerable side of you, that I'm okay to even learn from a 12-year-old, that means I'm strong enough to learn from anybody.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and that you mentioned about how important it is to be more inclusive in the system and what you would like to keep as an HR and what you would like to eliminate as well. I think those pointers are really helpful to so many people. And the one thing which you mentioned, I think I would take it as a takeaway as well. Like females, if they really want to reach somewhere, they have to take a move. I mean, they cannot just say that being a female, I have certain limitations, right?
Yes.
It's for male as well, right?
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
that how they balance,
How you
it
trade
depends on
in,
that.
and how passionate are you about that particular task or that particular initiative. If you yourself are not passionate, nobody will give you
Right.
any option to work or continue. And just be yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Reema, for
Thank you so
coming and
much.
sharing the insights. It was lovely talking to you.
Same here. Thank you so much,
Thank
Priyanka.
you.